Hello guys, it is 5 a.m. This is going to be the Blooming Lidica, I guess, like reveal. We'll probably not see, or maybe we'll see some of the character, but as far as I could tell, it's just a 1-minute patch preview. I'll go look onto the EpicSeven page, I guess like a little bit later or after the initial patch preview to see if they've announced anything else, but I'm excited to see what we get. Let's get into it. Another check-in event. Okay, so like, oh, sorry. So obviously we're probably getting these things because it's like New Year's and holiday stuff. So they obviously want you to keep playing during the holidays, whatever. Bad Cat Armin EE. Okay, so we're getting, oh wow, this is pretty good. So I'm assuming these are 5-star tickets. So 2 5-star tickets, decent amount of molas, free leaves. I don't know what we have for like the day 8 and day 9, but surely it's more charms. Great, terrific. Okay, 70 summons, holiday buff events. That's always the case for EpicSeven as well. During the holidays, very typical. Oh my god! Oh, it should have been me. 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 Oh my god. Okay. Calm down, Connor. Calm down. I apologize. I lost myself for a moment. Does she have a new illustration too? Oh, this is our artifact. Holy. Oh, is this a new illustration background? That's so cool. Wait, everyone really wanted, like, you know, the illustration background, or like everyone really wanted the garden. It's really cute and stuff. So it's nice that they finally added it. This would add some way to remember, you know, the side story event and keep it in our memories. It's a good event. I'm completely ignoring the Abigail EE. Blooming Rose, it says increase damage by ambush by 20%. Decrease. Okay, well, all right. Well, Abigail can defense break now for some reason. All good. Okay, so the skill 3 cooldown I don't think is like that big a deal. The big winner here is probably going to be the defense break for 2 turns on skill 3. I believe she strips, right? So now she curses the highest attack target. She also defense breaks, and I think she also injures off of the S3. She's got 16% effectiveness that she's given for free, so this is probably going to encourage players that do play Abigail still, or that still do try to use Abigail, to now defense or run, I guess, like 100 effectiveness, maybe. I can't imagine them running more than that. All right, decent EE. Increases chance to provoke by 10%. Oh, it's a speed EE too. Increase barrier strength by 30%. It strips on S3. Or so it reduces buff durations by 1 turn when you use skill 3. Oh, so now you can strip. So it's now essentially like you can remove the immunity before you skill 3. I don't know the exact chances. I'm gonna bring up Bad Cat Armin real quick. I think it's probably gonna be a toss-up between skill 1 and skill 3. 1 second. Bad Cat Armin's skill 1, I think, is 55%, or it's 45% chance to provoke right now. And so then with this, it'll become 55%. And the skill 3 is guaranteed to provoke. Huh, interesting. Okay. Like, the barrier strength is probably not going to be that big a deal, by the way. So if I had to imagine, it's probably going to be the provoke that does, or the S1 provoke is probably going to be what people take if you're trying to use Bad Cat Armin as like a bit of a counter character. However, a 55% chance to provoke is really lackluster. The buff duration being reduced by 1 turn is nice. A lot of characters, or there are a variety of characters in the game that can only debuff, assuming there's no other immunities or there's no, you know, like immunity icons on the field. And that's really tough to deal with, especially when characters like Last Rider Crow and stuff are in the game. But, oh, I hit my hand. Ow. But assuming that you do have the opportunity to strip an immunity, this looks pretty good. I should say. That looks pretty good, but I don't think the character is still usable yet, unfortunately. Okay, so it's a 16. Or it's... Oh my... Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. Okay, calm down, Connor. Calm down, calm down. It's just a photo. It's just a photo. Okay, this Bellion skin looks insane, by the way, but I don't know how much it really looks like Bellion. Who cares though? Who cares? I love the way she looks. Like, you know, she doesn't got a chair, so like maybe that's me now. Do you know what I mean? Maybe one of you guys, maybe me, we could replace the chair. Harmonic conductor. Oh, she's gonna be music themed? Oh. Okay, so that's kind of fair. So Blooming Lidica isn't going to be usable for last or for like the end of season for RTA, which is, I guess, nice considering we only have about, or we have a little less than 2 weeks or a little more than 2 weeks left of RTA. It would have been cool, I guess, to see what Blooming Lidica does for the meta, but fair enough, I guess. Like, it's close enough to the end of the season that we won't have the character. I think the meta is kind of, I'm not a huge fan of the meta right now, to be honest with you. Everyone is pretty much banning Abyssal Yufine or Navy Captain Landy, or they're using it, or they're playing some sort of cleave, or they're playing some weird, wacky, I don't know. Anyways, it would have been nice maybe to see how she shakes up the meta, but I understand the last 2 weeks having like a new game-changing character is probably not worth it, and that's probably why she's global banned, if I had to guess. She's probably going to be really significant to the meta, or she's going to have a great impact on the meta. The background color of the level, which previously only changed from the... okay. I don't know if that's an improvement. Okay, Arunka. I think Arunka's pretty good right now if you are trying to deal with a lot of like the barrier characters. That being said, I know it's really tough to play this character in RTA, or like it's a bit more difficult to pull for the character or play the character or justify picking them. However, I don't think that you can underrate or you can understate how good she is at deleting characters that have barriers, like just with an attack buff, or even without an attack buff, to be honest, so long as they have, you know, low enough health. A character like Aiden, for instance, just gets one shot through miss, so long as there's a barrier on her. Decent. I also like Arunka's artifact a lot. Elena is a nice imprint. Elena is also being used a lot right now if you fight against like ML Ken and stuff like that. Or maybe not exactly ML Ken, but any AoE character, I think Elena has decent value in, and Stella Harp is just a PvE artifact. Okay, so actually she's coming out in a week. Oh, so that makes sense. So she's not coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow would have made sense. I guess they're technically going to release her next week. We have like a full extra week, I guess, of basically nothing else happening. Unfortunate, or maybe we'll see from the event what she does. But she looks great. This splash art is terrific. I'm a huge fan. I can't tell, actually, if I'm a bigger fan of Blooming Lidica or Bellion, but we don't know anything about, really, Blooming Lidica yet, kit-wise. Okay, so I have been trying to, like, keep in mind, like, the new Mystic rotations, because people have been asking, like, what they are, what the coin shop rotation and stuff is. Specimen says, not worth pulling. Spirit Eye Celine is pretty much just, like, a cheese character for sometimes countering cleave. Bellion is the GOAT, obviously, because... I mean, did you guys see that skin? And then Judge Kisei just needs a buff. Same spot as Specimen says. Both pretty much unusable characters. Okay, coin shop rotation is going to be Ashamancer Elena. Terrific, terrific character. I cannot recommend this character enough. The only character maybe that they could add in a coin shop that I would recommend equally as much as Ashamancer Elena, especially if you're trying to deal with Arena, Guild War, etc., is probably Briarwitch Iseria and like maybe Zeo. But Operator Sigrid has fallen off a little bit. However, if you still want to deal with barrier characters and you don't want to pull for someone like Arunka and you have Operator Sigrid, not a bad character. She is also Giga Waifu. Faithless Lidica is really good for RTA and sometimes in Arena and Guild War. It kind of depends how you're playing. Right now, I'm playing like a Faithless Lidica Veronica cleave that you may or may not have been seeing around. If you want to cleave, again, this is just like an RTA, like a bit of an RTA side. I like Faithless Lidica a lot. I think she would definitely be worth pulling for. And also, if you're like a general cleave player, Ashamancer Elena is also really good. Don't look at the bottom coin shop stuff, guys. That never buy coins with the covenants. Okay. Well, I guess that was the patch. Let me make sure she didn't get like fully revealed or anything. And did she get fully revealed? Maybe. Okay. As far as I can tell, And give me 1 second because I'm just going to make sure that they didn't announce it. Sorry, I just want to make sure, like, usually when they send out this, like, yeah, okay, so that's the only thing we got. So we only got the patch. I thought maybe they would announce, or they might have shown off, like, Lidica's kit or something. We didn't even end up seeing, I guess, the artifacts or anything like that this time around, like what the artifact does. But anyways, a pretty exciting looking patch, or maybe not exciting, but the characters look great. I'm very hopeful. I'm a little bit let down, I guess, like, long story short, about the fact that we're not able to see her for the end of the season, but it makes sense since they're going to be releasing the character on the 28th. I thought maybe we would have gotten her tomorrow, but it is what it is. Bellion looks great. The one UI change doesn't look like much. Maybe they'll add more stuff, but at least for what they've shown from the 1 minute patch, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Overall, I think EpicSeven has never really failed on the art department, to be honest, except for Closer Charles. So this is about as usual. However, there really wasn't anything else. I think the second week, let me just make sure I'm not tripping. The second week should be coming out soon as well. Yeah, so we've got, like, the pulling event. They've got, like, the holiday stuff, which is basically just free stuff. The illustration lobby is very exciting. I think it's nice that they're bringing stuff back up. There is an EE. I mean, the Abigail one, I guess, looks pretty decent. And the Bad Cat one is probably, like, maybe at best, like, a 5 to 10% boost in how good she is. But I think it is going to be really difficult to kind of convince yourself to play either of these characters that much. Maybe Abigail will be played a little bit more, because I know Defense Break, like I mentioned in my last video or in one of my previous videos, is super broken right now, or is super mandatory in all characters if you want to be picked. Which just, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, right? Like, everyone, like, Abigail for some reason has a Defense Break. Anyways, enough stalling. Long story short, decent patch, I guess. The EEs were definitely on characters that needed it. The skin portrait was great. The UI change was just one that I saw. Not that big a deal. We know the end of RTA season. And that's it. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, comment, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe. Check out the rest of my platforms. I stream now a lot on Twitch and YouTube, both at the same time. I will catch you guys all in the next one, though. Adios.